Welcome back, it's your Dungeon Master Sheriff Dan here, and we're playing Trials of Fire. Let's continue, shall we? When last we left our heroes, we had fought off a giant moth, and it appears Naya has been here. Jara points out some writing carved into a stone slab by the point of a weapon. The writing is a message to any voiders following and describes where Naya has gone next. Leaving a trail like this is a dangerous gamble, but as you have little else to go on, the party decides to follow the clues to your next destination. Let's continue. Now, we've had a bit of a recovery. Adrenaline surge from your success has helped you to shrug off some of the injuries hindering you, and our trustworthy warrior Jara no longer has a cracked skull. Hells yeah. You gather what you can from the surrounding ruin before continuing on. If you remember, we got some legendary items earlier, so we need to equip those, and we'll check all these out. So, a Dragonbone Longbow gives us a card Aimed Shot. Ranged attack 8. This card cannot be played. Cancel this restriction at the end of your turn or when you play a power on yourself. So we can't use that card at all. It's a really powerful attack of 8, but it only works if we've used a power on ourselves that turn, I guess. Or while it's in our hand. Also, Arcing Shot, range damage attack that deals 2 to 6 damage. This attack does not require line of sight, so that could be really handy. And a Heavenly Conductor, a big epic staff, maybe for our Elementalist. Deal 2 damage and inflict shock to 2 different random enemy targets. That's Call Lightning. We've got Lightning Bolt. 3 cost, deal 5 damage and inflict shock to all targets in an area. So better than the normal. And Channeling, gain 6 willpower but costs 2. So let's take all these and equip some of this stuff. So legendary items. Congratulations, you have found a legendary item. As well as providing skill cards, legendary items will give a hero a permanent combat bonus when equipped. To make the best use of these legendary items, try to build the rest of your loadout around maximizing their bonuses. So they have sort of a passive bonus, and we'll get to that when we equip this one here. Okay, that's everything out of you. Do you want to wear this heavy breastplate? No, because you don't really make melee attacks. Rastin, though, does want to equip this Elven Stalker's Chain, what we got last week, or last episode. Every time you move more than 2 spaces, gain +1 damage for the rest of this turn. So this is going to be good if he's moving around a lot. Which he might. And we'll equip the bow. We've got a bow slot as well. And that's about it. Not much for Jara. Oh no, Jara can take this heavy breastplate. They give up, they still get defensive stance. It's the same, just +1 armor. Can't hold shift to compare. Okay. Alright. Minor potion of flight. Is that better than a speed potion? Probably, because it's about magic. We don't really want that. Okay. So we have a new quest marker, and it's telling us to go south. So we will do so. No point in resting. We're pretty determined. We're a little bit tired. But aren't we all? Oh. Go through this cave. This looks fun. Dwarven Ruins. A group of charred hunters are lying in wait for anyone foolish enough to enter the ruin. That's me. Foolish. Okay, so we've got 5 enemies here. Can we line them up with a big old lightning bolt? I wonder. So we got that aimed shot that we can't use yet. You cancel it at the end of your turn or when you play a power. Okay, so you just can't use it straight away, it looks like. Let's move forward a little bit here and kind of group up. Jump into a defensive stance. Shuffle some more attacks into the deck here. I think you're going to be fine all the way back here. And we have a bit of spare. Boop. May as well use that attack, obviously getting Rastin's first attack of each turn dealing +2 damage. And we couldn't take it with us anyway. So now we've got a pretty good hand set up. if they come into melee, which I think these Charred Warriors, from what we've seen in them in the past, they've only ever advanced and defended. But I'm pretty sure they're a bit of a melee beast. Well, if we can funnel them into this choke point, I can pull up the Core Lightning. Where do we get? Lightning Bolt. 5 damage to all of them, right? Oh, this looks perfect. This is exactly what I want. They're spread out a little bit now. Maybe they knew what I had planned. Okay. So he's going to deal 5 damage to everyone here. Well, lightning's also a possibility. You have a good shot. Okay, okay. Alright, I think 3 targets is still pretty decent. Right, so that's doing 15 damage all up and shocking them. One taken care of straight away. Now we probably want old mate here. He's still in line of sight here. Cool. Let's do a big shot. Range attack 10. So we could do it on this guy. It'll hurt this guy. And just guarantee us the kill. And did a little bit of damage to everyone around him. Always good to see. Now if we pull this guy into us... I'm not sure if we really have what we need for that. But can't take that range shot with us, so we'll... or we can't recycle it, so we'll just use it. And I think... You know what? Let's summon a friend. And we'll save the Core Lightning. Oh, did he get to move? Did he get to activate when he's summoned? I forget. Jara's surrounded, which is not great. Taking a little bit of hits here. But we do have a husk here that can kind of help out. And we could just do an unstable blast here as well. In fact, we could kind of save our husk by moving him out of the way. Icelands. Magic attack 3 and effect chilled on all targets in the target area. Deals double damage if the target is already chilled. Or we can incite our little guy here. Let's do that. So he gets a couple of extra attacks. Now, Core Lightning hits 2 targets, deal 2 damage and inflict shock to 2 different random targets. That's probably going to be pretty handy because there's only 2 targets on the field. We know where it's going to land. Does he have... He does have line of sight. 4 will take out this target. There we go. And... Alright. Let's do it wild. Oh, we can't afford wild swing. That's fine. Let's get a little bit of armor. Protect ourselves. This guy will die in time. Let's move you a little bit closer. This cover shot's probably going to be quite useful. In fact, why don't we just move you even... Do we want you closer? We've got the counter strike. Yeah. Let's get some combo strikes in here. Execute. Easy. He has less than 10 health. One big swing. Now finish him off. So, right into the thick of it. We're going strong. We got a spyglass. Target a character to gain a copy of each of their active powers. Perfect aim. The next melee or ranged attack this turn deals double damage. I think that's going to be really good for old mate here. Especially if we can start giving him some more buffs, right? Like tied together with lineup. So it does a little bit extra and so on. So let's equip the spyglass. That replaced the belt. I think, the belt, yeah, okay. I was going to say I was going to keep the belt, but the other one's upgraded. The leader of the group approaches you and demands you hand over a goodwill payment to allow you to continue to your destination. We're going to refuse their demands. We don't hand over money for anyone. A little bit more mixed here. We've got 2 archers, 2 guards. And we haven't encountered we've encountered the archers before. Surprise, surprise, they have a bunch of ranged attacks. Cover shot. We'll hit this guy. Interestingly, so from here, we don't have line of sight of this guy. We have line of sight of this guy. Attacking this guy hits cover, right? But attacking this guy back here hits the other guy, which is fine for us. We don't care. Oh, wait. No, that's saying now blocked. Okay. Okay. Well, let's move you a little bit closer. That's going to move you in here. It's going to put you directly in line of sight, which is a bit rough, but you're about to get cover shot. Let's take out this bowman as quickly as possible. We'll move you down here. And alright, let's get a husk out on the field. And we can't inspire him or anything like that, but we're going to want that for next turn. Looks like they're coming down to Jara. Oh, and some shouts have pulled us in. Let's have a look at that. What was that? Iron Taunt. Pull all enemies within range 3, then defend 3 per adjacent enemy. So they both did that, pulled us in nice and tight. We don't mind that. Grant inspired to all friendly summons, activate them twice. And let's move... Okay, we've killed one. Let's move you here so you're not surrounded. Activate you... let's do this channeling. Gain 6 willpower, just so we got plenty of room to work with here. And attack again. We also have the power to strike through here. Which hits both. Oh, all kinds of combo strikes. Brilliant. We'll be able to finish him off with a swipe. Alright. Want some kind of measured blow. And let's give a force field to everybody and end our turn. These Ratlings really did not consider who they were going up against asking for money. Goad power. All attacks deal +1 damage per adjacent enemy. Okay, still armored up, so we're okay here. Now I think we want to... Let's move in here. You two, yeah, let's advance. And, oh, we could just execute, actually. I didn't need all of you to come here, my bad. Can we undo that? Yeah. You can attack this guy here. That's going to move you into position. 4 to 8 damage, melee attack 4. So we do potentially more damage. 4 to 8 is a good try. There we go. I don't think we took much, if any, damage there. You're on 9 health, which is not, ideal. But I think it's fine. We've got a light jerkin. Small materials. This power is a problem. It's cost 2. I could just never find a good time to play it. Every time you do a melee damage, gain 1 willpower. I think I would prefer to have resilience, right? Defend 3 at the beginning of your turn. Doesn't do anything the turn you play it. But it's going to help every other turn. Or do I get rid of a swipe? Or a wild swing? Yeah, I don't really use the wild swings much. So let's do that. Let's get another power in there. And continue through here. We are exhausted. But nowhere really to stop. Okay, there's a shop up ahead. You come across a group of well-armed travelers heading south towards a nearby town. They claim to be returning from an exhibition, but have long since run out of supplies. Offer them a large amount of quantity of food in exchange for some of the loot they've recovered. Offer some food in exchange for what they can spare, or do not help. We have 6 food. We got plenty to spare. Ooh, and we got an epic helm. A runed helm. It gives us aggression. After you play a melee move card, deal 2 melee damage. That could be quite good for our warrior. As well as Iron Skin, melee resistance 1, range resistance 1, and impenetrable wall. Whenever you gain defense this turn, gain the same amount again. Draw a card. I like that. And we got some hand wraps. Your attacks deal bonus damage equal to the cost of the previous non-move card played. So we might put that on our hunter. Because if you remember, he's getting the... every time he moves, he gets +1 damage and so on. And the spyglass, in theory, can give him double damage. Okay. Any more helmets or anything like that? No. Oh, this tome can go here, which means you can actually get a flying potion. That's good. So we are shattered, so I might just go into the town here. See if there's anything worth buying. Clear up our inventory. And let's sleep. I like the idea of making these free. Or even this aim shot, 11 damage is pretty huge. I like the idea of making the perfect aim free. Actually, I think I could do both, but it's going to cost another food, and I'd rather wait until we've taken a bit of damage here. Got a couple of spots we can hit, but the quest isn't too far off. As you search the ruins of an elven temple, the party is approached by a humanoid figure. She is not hostile and introduces herself as a dryad, a protector of the forest and the elven nature temple. Leave the temple undisturbed to get a new follower, or ignore her request and loot the temple to gain food. I think we're okay. The Dryad thanks Malkin for her sensitivity. When Malkin explains the party's goal, she offers to come with you to help bring life back to some... Okay, yeah. Welcome her into the group. We've gotten Alra, the Dryad Forester, move through forest tiles at full speed. In addition to, we had Riki, the Fletcher, upgrade common and rare ranged weapons and equipment at reduced cost, and Nora, the Trapper, 25% chance to gain 1 food supply when camping. So we're pretty close to a town, but let's see if we can go to some more ruins. You find a strange sight in the forest. 2 huge domes made from metallic hexagonal frames stand as tall as the trees. You are soon confronted by a group of elven warriors dressed in black. Confront the approaching warriors or turn and flee. It's going to be a hard battle, but we might win some food. And I just want to, Get some XP here, maybe take some damage, so we have a reason to heal. Of course, we're getting fatigue cards because of everything. Now, these are Elven Blades. We don't know what cards they have. But we can assume they're not our best friends. They look sort of melee based, so we might just let them come to us. And we'll save some of these abilities, right? Okay, you don't activate on the turn I summon you. And 48 damage. Okay. Lots of draws, not a lot of cards. A lot of those fatigue cards I just saw go past, which is not ideal. Alright, we're in a nice position here. Not great for this guy's aim and so on. But we can move into the fray here. This perfect aim. I really like this, but the next melee ranged attack this turn deals double damage. It's not really going to help me because he can't move into a position to actually shoot. But we can, and you don't even have any attacks. So here it might be Call Lightning. So I think the Shocked is going to ripple out into AoE. And I think we want to defensive stance, run in here. Now this is going to let me draw a card. Aggression. That would have been handy. I should have done that first. But I don't think we can go back. So let's give him Iron Skin. An attack. Because it's a magic attack, we don't get to do the combo, unfortunately. But I think we're in a good spot here. They're going to have to go round to really get to us. Or they'll kill my little mad soul. You can block all you want, buddy. I have the chance to execute you. Move forward to a target, melee attack 4. Oof. Okay. Now, Lightning Bolt's a good spot here if we can get get the Elementalist into position. We might just move our Hunter out of the way. They've moved again. Okay, we've still got defensive stance, and we've still got... so we can get lots of defense here. The downside, though, is going to be this... this thing. All right, we're going to want to run... Let's run this guy back. Because he moved more than 2 spaces, he gains +1 damage for the rest of his turn. He doesn't have any attacks, though. But we can try and redraw. And get not much. Okay. We can move her into danger, but obviously that's moving into danger, which is not ideal. I would like to get you here and just execute this guy. What's that going to take? Swipe, aggression. That'll get me there. +1 to attack. Let's move you in here as cannon fodder. Move you across and execute this target. Cool. So get rid of that threat. Now we still have this lightning bolt, which I think is going to be better, dealing 5 damage. Whoops. Dealing 5 damage to everyone rather than just 2 damage and defend 2. There we go. We'll keep you a perfect aim. So we lost our minion. We're not too worried about the minion. Our warrior, however, is potentially in a bit of trouble. Luckily for us, they didn't get too many attacks off. They are quite looking quite powerful, though. Well armored and so on. But here we go. Battle stance. All attacks deal +2 damage, and we can make the next attack double damage. So let's count this out. Currently, it is ranged attack 3. This would make it for 5, and this would make it 10. So we'd be able to do 10 damage in one hit if we can get the mana to do so. And I think we can here with the channeling, right? In fact, we could actually move you forward one. Yeah. That gives us 1, which lets us channel to gain 6 willpower. Alright, what are we going to do with this 6? We definitely want battle stance. Perfect aim. Okay, so ranged attack 10 damage. This is going to do melee attack 4, then draw a card. So 4 and then 5 from you. Yeah, I think we just take out a target here. What is this? Does he get it again? No. This one does 3. Okay, perfect. I could have moved her in a little bit closer. That's right, let's get some shield and counterattack here. This draws us a card, which is Agile. Sure, I would rather Agile. I don't think we're going to need to move around much, but sure. Alright, they're going to try and attack our frontliner here. She's taking a little bit of damage, but this is kind of what we expected. And also I think Rustin needed to take a couple of hits too, just for us to want to justify healing or taking a rest. They do hit me enough that I lose all my powers though, unfortunately, so it's kind of a waste to play them. We can sprint so that I can move somewhere around here, but Stable Blast, not super useful. Force Missile might be though. Let's cantrip. 2 damage to a target. These are pretty hefty boys. Let's think ahead and get some simple shots into the deck. This is going to let me move and then draw cards. And let's put away the resilience and attack this guy. It's really not a lot of damage. I feel like they're going to maybe surround her. So let's pinning shot this guy for 6. We really want to get the most out of Rastin's big damage numbers here. And we'll move her back up out of harm's way. Still, they're going to wail on on our dear friend, but she's just going to have to take it. Okay, maybe it's a little bit too much. Oh god, oh god. Oh no. Alright, I was bold. And now we get to see what happens when you lose a character. Isn't that fun? Fallen hero. One of your heroes has fallen in battle. It is now up to the remaining heroes to defeat the enemies and save them. When one or more heroes have been defeated, you will get +2 willpower at the start of every turn as the rest of the team rallies around to save their fallen comrade. Use it well. Okay. We can study this guy to get a copy of his power. Ooh. Upgraded copies of his powers. Hells yeah. We're gonna prepare. All attacks deal +1 damage, +2 instead if the card costs 2 or more. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna be agile. We're gonna move 1, because that's agile. Gives us this. All attacks deal +2 damage this turn. Draw a random damage card from your deck. Hells yeah. Shiv. Beautiful. Melee attack for 11. And then again. Move to all magic damage cards in your hand, gain +1 damage. We don't have that, but we can chill this guy to knock away some of his powers. He's a little bit less impressive now. He can only move 1, but he can get up into Rustin's face. Rustin will be able to still have all of this incredible battle stance, offensive stance, etc. When he moves some, he gets a buff thanks to, I think, pretty much everything he's got here. And he can just take massive shots. There we go. So what a victory. I know I wanted to take some damage, but probably not that much. But it's okay. Jara has been injured. She's got a wound, which is on draw, discard this card. So it's kind of a dud draw. But we do have some Mystic Herbs, so we should be able to heal her up a bit. Some more potential shocked spells. I know we've got a big shocked. We have sort of lightning bolts and things like that. Adding more shock to the enemy, sort of doubling up on shocked could be fun. More so than force missile. I think 2 magic damage to an enemy within 2 spaces. So it's a little bit shorter range. Or we can go for another Ice Lance and try and do like double upgraded Ice Lance. But I like the idea of Static Discharge. Okay, we're exhausted. We've got a lot of hits. Let's heal an injury. Cool, feeling much better. In fact, we might just rest again and take this time to do a bit of a cheeky upgrade for our warrior. Look, now we're feeling great. We're fresh. Alra stops you near a healthy-looking oak tree and pulls a beautiful-looking amulet from under its roots. Wearing the amulet will allow you to enter a concealed elvish burial plot situated nearby, but you will need to make a significant sacrifice to enter it. Take the amulets and seek out the burial site with Alra. Side quest, herbs and food. Yes, sounds great. You carefully remove the remaining amulets from underneath the oak tree. And now we get herbs and food, but that's probably setting me up for taking damage and maybe even an injury. We'll see. Alra indicates that you are near the tomb, explaining that an elvish burial site is known as a sepulchrum. She reiterates her warning that you will need to make a significant sacrifice in order to enter the tomb. Let's continue. Health damage, complete quest, upgrade follower, legendary reward. Yeah, that's fine. Malkin volunteers, places the amulet around her neck and walks slowly forward. Whoa, 9 health lost. Jeez. Upon entering, Malkin feels a terrible pain racking at her soul. There is a strong magic protecting this place from non-elven intruders, but the amulet she carries offers some protection. And we gotta level up. Counter-strike could be quite good. That goad attack, tackle. Inflicting weakness could be quite good. It makes them do less damage. Upon entering, yep, cool, continue. And upgraded, so now move through forest tiles at full speed. Forest tiles now count as a sheltered rest site, so we can kind of go anywhere we want. And we get a concealed bow, a heavy club, Elven Burial Pendant. And Mystic Herbs. There are 2 valuable elvish weapons inside, which you take, seeing as the long-dead elf will not miss them now. So this staff, oh, so heavy club, not really useful. This bow might be, though. Do we want to get rid of this crude spear? For a sleep dart, ranged attack. I think so. And then this amulet can either go on the warrior or sort of in this slot here. What does it do? It lets our dear friend move more, do more damage with their attacks, and I think that's gonna. I think we kind of want to stack that up on our friend Rastin here. It also gives him whenever you draw or create a card on your turn and your hand is not full, there's a 50% chance to create a duplicate of that card in your hand. Your maximum hand size is reduced to 4. That's less fun. Also because I'm not really creating cards with the Torn Satchel anymore. So maybe we give this to... We can't give this to you. Wait. Get the run. Instead of run, you can get this thing. Okay. Yeah. I think this is fine. I'll give it to you. You have an option to get this strike through or bash. Let's give you this heavy club. So maybe we can make them discard some cards. Cool. Return to adventure. Now we are in a lot of trouble here, but we're not crazy amounts of hurt. But I will rest and then heal you directly with some food. Now I want to hit this spot here because it's got question marks. And I don't know what that means, and then we'll go finish our. You come across a large elven city now in ruin. According to the lawkeepers, this area is known as Elfin Wood and was once inhabited by a large colony of elves. You are surprised to discover some remnants of elven buildings suspended high in the trees as well as those built on the ground. Strange markings depict large, winged beasts unlike anything you've seen before. The site is long deserted, and you're able to find some useful materials amongst the ruins. Okay, some freezing staff, some upgrade stuff. Let us press on. Now, because of our excellent follow-up, and I think this is going to be another boss fight, so I think we should rest again, maybe even upgrade an item. So we could upgrade the helmet here, dealing extra damage on aggression, more resilience on that power. Impenetrable Wall draws 2 cards. Get improved grapple, the shot here, Sleeping Dart. Sleeping Dart seems interesting. Increases the damage of it and also shuffles temporary fatigue cards into the target's deck for every 2 damage dealt. With our bonuses, I think that's probably going to be at least 2 every time. Alright. Feeling fresh. Ready to go in. A singular elven figure stands vigil on the path to the ruin ahead. The robed necromancer demands you turn around and leave. After a brief, tense exchange, you discover that this elf is also tracking Naya. As soon as Rastin lets slip that your goals align, a dark fire lights up in the towering necromancer's eyes with dark purpose. Let's fight. So we've got a necromancer, Soul Conduit, gains +1 magic damage for every summoned character, and all summons cost -1. So he's going to summon a bunch of stuff. We want to kill it as quickly as possible, I guess. Okay. Well, we can summon stuff too, you know. Just not right now. Let's get into our defensive stance. and wind up. And let's call lightning and then just save the rest here. Maybe he's not going to come at us. For each friendly summon, defend 2. Oh, jeez. Okay, I think we're going to have to go to him, guys. Oh, gained a bunch of willpower here for no great purpose. That's my bad. Can I do that? Yeah. Yep. Alright. I'm gonna move you in. Unstable Blast is just like a crappy Ice Lance. In fact, we can start off with the Ice Lance here. That's going to make their movement a little bit slower. So they'll probably just bunch up on him here, but I'll give you a bit of a power and start bringing you in. Cool. All your summons deal +1 damage and gain +1 movement. New summons gain +2 health. Oof. I mean, I can see what they're doing, and he's moving out of range here. Alright, let's prepare on you. Let's pull out a husk. And bring you a little bit closer into the fight. Now we can gain an upgraded copy of their active power, of all their active powers. He's just got that summon of one at the moment, which is not super helpful. In fact, let's get some more willpower here, because we're going to want to get some stuff. Ranged attack 9 for 2. Every 2 damage dealt, shuffle a temporary fatigue card. I can only hit this guy, or this guy. So he does magic damage, he does 2. Maybe I'll incite first, because you do 3 damage, right? You can just kill this one. I would like to just hit the main guy with the sleep dart, yeah. 4 damage, that's 2 fatigue cards, janking up his deck. After you play a move card, okay. And we can still study his powers if we have to, although it may not be super useful. Oof. Oof. Okay. We want to move him here if we're going to have this nonsense. This should be interesting, pulling them kind of out of the way. I'd like to be able to do that within 2 spaces. It's never going to happen. But we can summon more stuff, right? Now this guy keeps doing plus magic damage the more stuff he has. We kind of need to kill it. This is going to do a bunch of AoE. And inflict shot on an enemy within 2 spaces, then jump. Yep. Here we go. Send him right in. I want that cover shot ready. I don't really care about copying his powers anymore. You're in a bit of trouble. Oh, you're dead. Oh, God. So long, Rasta. We knew you for so long. Now, you have the ranged attack. You don't need to go in there. Okay, you get to do bonus damage, acid flask, etc., etc. Do you need it, though? I mean, is this the point where we just focus the main guy? So that can be 4 damage, plus 3. I mean, we could just kill the... You know what? Let's just kill his summon. And then... play a cantrip. Double damage. So that's going to be 6. I mean, this could be 26, but we can't hold 2 cards at once. So I'm going to move back 1 and then cover shot, so I still get the bonus armor. That's knocked off his summoner nonsense. And cool. So we're in a little bit of a pickle here. We've lost our front line. Luckily, we've kind of got a bunch of summoned front lines. But he looks a bit trapped there. He can fly around sometimes, it seems, but... if the target is burning, deal 6 magic damage to all enemies within 2 spaces. They're not burning, and we can't get them burning. Battle stance here could be handy. But let's move you in a bit closer. Just going to give us a little bit more room to work. This could be good. Alright, let's channel, get that extra power. You don't have line of sight, do you? So you're going to want to move over. Battle stance. Aim shot for 18 damage. Let's do it. It's at 7, plus another 10. Rastin, bring it home. Obviously, still getting hurt. Our main girl, Jara, she's got a minor injury. Can still be recycled. And we get some more gear. Flint dagger. I'm not going to really look at these green stuff. But let's look at these legendaries. We've got a Chaos Elixir. We could put Crazed. All attacks deal 0 to 3 damage. So we could give this to our Elementalist, and she could cast it on Rastin, boosting his damage bonus, right? And get that double damage. Chaos Missiles, deal 3 magic damage to all enemies within 3 spaces. Deal plus 2 damage if you have 5 defense. And Catalyst, double the duration of all named effects on any target. I think that's kind of cool. Done tags. Oh, and what else? What's its passive? Increase the maximum value of any random parameters by 3. Oh, yeah. I think we're going to take that. Done tags Crown. Has a head rush, move 4, defend 1 per space. Aggression. After you play a move card, deal 2 damage to all adjacent enemies. So that's a power. And battle ready. I think we've seen something like that in the past. We have a Makarandra. It has a... The first time your talent triggers each turn, refresh it. So that's that passive ability. Our Warriors one is giving armor to friends. And Makarandra draft. Draw cards. Draw 2 cards. And gain willpower. Some more channeling. I think we're going to go for this Chaos Elixir. And let's upgrade our girl here. Fire Shield. Whenever you're attacked by an enemy, adjacent enemy, inflict burning 2 on the attacker. So she could play that on the warrior. She becomes much more like buffing allies this way. You know, putting defend on them, that kind of thing. And more shocked. I like the idea of that. let's give her power to put on some friends. So I'm almost never going to use her regular swipes, so we may as well get rid of them. Cover shot, pinning shot, line up. Line up we've already got upgraded. Bonus damage equal to the resilience of this power. So at level 1 it's 3, so it's +3. And then it becomes, you know, +2, +1 as you make shots. But I can almost, yeah, it just gets a +1. Still though, that's pretty good. I like the idea of upgrading this power though, the focus. Just getting more willpower back. Are we struggling with willpower? Lineup is just a superior movement at this point, and I think we're going to keep building our team around this guy, honestly. Let's give him a flare. That exposed thing I think is going to be pretty good. Cool. We'll keep going. It appears Naya has been here. Jara points out some writing carved into a stone slab by the point of a weapon. The writing is a message to any voiders following and describes where Naya has gone next. Seems very familiar, this text. Leaving a trail like this is a dangerous gamble, but as you have little else to go on, the party decides to follow the clues to your next destination. Continue. And our dear friend Jara has recovered from an injury. Plus got a cool sword, it looks like. Wide sweep for the forged greatsword. Melee attack 5 on all adjacent enemies. If you hit 2 or more targets, draw a defend card from your deck. Fearsome shout. All enemies within range 2 are inflicted with exposed and discard a card. Then barbaric blow. Melee attack 6. Also hits all enemies adjacent to the target for 4 damage. Cool. Let's take that and have a look at... So we wanted this Chaos Elixir on our friend Malkin. She could still do with some gloves or a shield. You're perfect in every way. We love you. Forged greatsword. Now, do I want that more than the cleaver? The cleaver does the exposed, execute, and grapple, which has been quite handy for us. This is more like AoE attacks, which maybe we're not so interested in. That's fine. You need to be on the lookout for some more armor. Same with you. Okay. All right, we're feeling refreshed. We're feeling good. Let's head down here. Saw something. Oh, and some fire nonsense. You are moving through a desert-like landscape with sand dune, and as you sense a low rumble in the distance. In the near distance, a colossal worm-like creature with spiked scales bursts out of the side of a dune ahead of you. We are pretty much full health. We want this battle. Interesting. Elite enemies. You've encountered an elite enemy. Elite enemies are generally tougher and more dangerous than standard enemies, but more importantly, each has a unique and dangerous ability that you should always be aware of when fighting these enemies. To view the ability of an elite enemy, hover over it to bring up its character pop-up. So this is a giant worm, has 130 health. Devour. After performing a melee attack, the target loses all defense. So we want to spread ourselves out, and we can't really stack our stuff too high, I guess. It's probably going to come to us, though, right? And I wonder if its body takes damage. I'm not sure if, like, if you damage its body, will that kind of damage the head too? Let's find out. So we got a phosphor arrow dealing 8 damage. Oh no, it would only do AoE if here we go, 6. Just did that. Let's get a power on you and leave it there. Okay, it's shooting acid at me, not very nice. Yikes. Okay, it's defending a ton. We need that ability that prevents it from doing that. right? Alright, we're going to get some channeling. Within 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Let's do it. So that's 3 damage. We'll see if it affects this twice. It does. Okay, so AoE damage is going to work here. We can attack other parts of this creature, like its tail. Alright. We're going to want you to get some simple shots, a shiv, and a simple shot. We know you love it. The husk we're going to put right in its path here. And do an improvised attack. Okay. Acid is... You need to sort of stack up a lot of it, I think, to make it really worthwhile. Okay, let's see who it attacks. Okay, it's gaining health, willpower, although it's already got 2 as part of its thing. It's got prepare and offensive stance, and it, oh, okay, it does AoE. So it hurts a fair bit. Whilst it's probably good to be around it to initiate a lot of combo strikes, we are obviously at risk of it doing a lot of nonsense to us. Execute's just never going to be useful. We can move around it again. And maybe move you away after the swipe. Does that sound alright? Oh wait, I drew a card. Okay. Static discharge. Deal 2 magic damage and inflict shocked on an enemy. Okay. Yeah, this seems pretty cool. And that as well, if I can do it. Alright. So this is good. You can go there. Let's get you out of harm's way. And we'll do the Ice Lance. And then the Static Discharge. Which knocked off most of its powers. You're over here near this now, so I think a cover shot works well. The static, of course, dishing out a lot there too. And then do a bash. So he'll discard a card for every 2 damage taken. Get rid of some cards there, plus the shock around it. And let's save that. Here we go. So he's weakened everyone, which is not great. And in fact, pulled us in, which is doubly not great. Can you move away? Yeah. Let's get you out here. Now, Iron Skin's probably going to be handy here. So is the grapple, which makes them defenseless for 1 turn. I like the idea of that. This attack's going to do nothing, but it's going to give us a bunch of willpower, which is what it's actually all about. Yeah, grapple. Three to 7 acid flask. So this is going to affect his next 2 attacks. So maybe it's worth just firing one of them off now. Does it have 2 defenseless? Is that what acid flask does? No, just acid 2. Okay. Oh, put acid 2 on the target. Right, so it's going to stack longer if we can get back to it. That's cool. Arcing shot. not huge. What is going to be huge, though, is putting resilience on my main tank here. Wing Smash is going to knock people away. And he's he's going after my dear friend. Move to gain 1 willpower, then pull enemies in. Can I pull him up? Is that how that's going to work? I can also copy his power. And I can deal 2 melee damage to all adjacent enemies. Okay. All attacks deal +2 damage this turn. You know what? Let's just play this. Get the attack, see what it is. Pinning shot. It's very expensive, a lot of these cards. I need him to trigger this counter strike, so I really need to get in there. Let us do this. We'll go aggression. Challenging stride to pull him away. Can he sleep dart? No, he's still too close, right? Force field. Gives us a bit of power here, and then shocked. Okay, they don't get the status effects, which is a bit upsetting. But we do what we can. And we pulled our dear friend in. Okay, we can make all of these things weakened. Which is good. Still can't use Counter-Strike. We can do perfect aim, deals double damage. He's still weakened, which is not great for that. Let us then get rid of sleep dart so we can move. Ooh, we can't move very far. Fuck it. We want to get him as far away as possible. And we will expose and do a simple shot. Meanwhile, you can move away, cast Fire Shield on our friend. And summon a friend. Melee attack 0, cool, because of the weakness. And he catches fire, excellent. We wanted that to happen, I think. It knocked off our fire shield, which is not great, but put, I think, a number of stacks of burning on the enemy. Which lets us do counter strikes and things like that. So let's take stock. Defend 2 after performing a melee attack. We're going to want this. Even though he does knock our stuff off a lot. Right. Counter strike. Boom. Quick step up here. Ooh, challenging stride. We can just keep pulling him to us. I don't know if that really helps though. It does, maybe we'll just do that. Give you that focus you know and love. Oh, and because we played a power, we can use the aim shot here. 11 to 14 damage. 14, love it. And you're still weakened because of your next attack dealing less damage too. Do you want to just use that up here? Or will it fall off? You still have cantrip, right? Okay, yeah, let's see. Okay, now it's gone. Alright, still a little dicey, which is not great. He's attacking my girl here. Still on fire, which is always nice. Chaos missiles. Alright, Ice Lance. She'd need to be in a better position. And we can attack to get exposed. Now I wonder if it's worth us attacking the tail, right? At the end of your turn or whenever you suffer magic damage. Okay, so that's not going to affect us here. If we can do 3 damage to all enemies within 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's probably a good play. It inflicted more fiery magic there. Let's get another power on you. Run in and shiv the tail. 5 to 8. Can we expose you? Measured blow on you. 6 to 9. Yeah, there we go. So it's still affecting the exposed because all the damage goes to the tail, it looks like. Cool. Alright, we all got a little bit of armor. You, I actually want to move away now because you're in a lot of trouble. Okay. Oh, it pulled me in? Great. Okay, I'm dead. Jeez. Well, Gerard, you're doing what we hope you would do, but we've still got 43 health to get through on this guy. Doubles the duration of any named effects on the target. Such as, if we can get pinning shot. If the target is burning, deal 4 to 7. Okay, yeah, we want that, we want that, we want that. Can you go here? I'm not sure I really want you to be fully locked out here. Okay, so we'll do that. You're going to come over here. So it can be 2. So it's 6 to 9, but it should affect these ones too, right? 4 to 6, 4 to 6, yes. Huge, okay. And then I'm going to want to pin shot him and then catalyst. So we can't move. Then we double these effects. Oh, we Ice Lance first. Double the effects. So we can't move for an even longer period of time. And then we have a husk here ready to go. If at all possible. Oh, he has an AoE attack. That's fine. Acid Flask, not great. But it's okay. We can Static Discharge. 2 magic damage, inflict shocked, and then jump. Bang, bang, bang. Good job! Jara has been injured with a broken arm. So there's a type of weakness. On draw, become weakened until the end of your next turn. Play this card to remove it from the battle. So that's a worry there, but another legendary item, I think. And we said we needed gloves, and here we go. Ooh, a spectral mace. Grants a named effect. Gain protected 2. Protected. Melee ranged and magic resistance 1. Each stack of protected cancels 1 negative named effect. So it's sort of like a spell shield. That could be really good on Gerard. Or this rod here, Eldritch Grasp. Life Siphon, etc. Alright, Spectral Mace, blow to the head. Melee attack 5. The target discards a random active power. Clash. Deals double damage if the target has any defense or is chilled. That could be useful, because we do some chilling. Olia's Gloves. The start of battle, play a random power card from your deck for free. That's really good. Sprint, Alertness, and Agile. Terrarion's Rod. Whenever an enemy discards an active power, deal 1 magic damage to them. So I guess when we attack them. I think it's a toss-up between the Spectral Mace and Alia's Gloves. I'm leaning the Gloves just because I don't have anything in that slot for some people. And that Static Discharge was really cool. So let's make it a bigger area. Alright. So do we want to give this to you? You have a lot of cool powers, I think. Cantrip and so on. You have a lot of cool powers. And expensive ones. So let's give these to you. We'll swap these to you. And continue, right? Yeah. After we rest, because there is an enemy there, let's heal that broken arm. And press on. You come across a small vault in a vile-looking temple with a bizarre-looking antechamber. Rastin inspects the inscriptions here, and it seems that a human sacrifice is required in this chamber if you're to venture deeper into the vault. Trick Nora the Trapper into entering the chamber and activate the device. Nora. Sorry, Nora. Once she's in position, Rastin recites the incantation. Immediately, there's an intense deep red glow from the sacrifice chamber, and you hear a scream that is suddenly silenced. The huge metal door slides open. You step inside to find an ancient storeroom, perfectly preserved despite the generations that have passed. Oh, we got a fancy shield, a burned fetish, fortress shield, not just fancy. So let's equip that on... Okay, so that's going to replace these gloves, the sprint gloves. It's going to give us block, shield wall, and so on. Which opens us up to give you these instead, right? These sprint gloves. Cool. All right, we press on. Possibly a fight here, so I'm just going to heal up by dragging some food over. A well-armed group of human mercenaries stops you and demands you hand over a stolen heirloom or face justice. You try to reason with them, but they seem convinced that you are thieves. I'm not giving them anything. I mean, I could have tried to convince them to give them something, but... Okay, so the free power we got from our gloves is every time you play a card that deals range damage, gain 1 willpower. Well, we're going to do that a lot. Although you currently don't have vision on anyone. You have vision if you go there. So let's do that. It's a cover shot on this human shaman. And let's give you agile as well. And end our turn. I think these guys have to come in, these human wardens. They seem the type. The shamans, however, probably... Yep, magic attacks. Slowing and... So chilled is a -1 to movement and all damage dealt. Which is somewhat worrying, but not massively so. Let's move you in here. And, oh, we can throw out a pinning shot. Obviously, being unable to move 2 spaces, we can't get the plus 2 damage there. None of this stuff is really close range. So you know what? We'll just turn it into armor for now. They're going to block. Frostbolt. They keep frostbolting me. Okay. Fireball. Not great. Yeah, and while I'm burning, if they keep doing magic damage to me, I keep taking more burning damage. Alright, I really need to get into this fight then, don't I? So I can send out a flare, which will inflict exposed. They lose a stack of that at the end of their turn, so it's not really helpful now. But let's put a fire shield on our friend. We can move a bunch, actually, to get into the fight here. And that puts us 1, 2, 3, 4 close, 5 close. 1, 2, 3. So if we do that, we can do our static discharge. We can do a lot. And we get to put a card away. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's put away the lightning bolt. Now if we expose them, they are going to take an extra damage from the static. Or from the chaos missiles. Actually, will static discharge jump to each of them if I target this one first? I think it will, right? Okay. So I need one more. And you know what? Let's flare him. So if we static discharge this one, it's going to do 3 damage. Jumps to him, to him, to him. Excellent. And we have enough for a phosphor arrow. May as well, if he's exposed, and they both take a little bit more damage, and that kills one of the shamans. I'd like to say that was planned, but I really didn't consider it. Good job, Dan. You're in a little bit of trouble here. But that's fine. What do you have? You have Force Missile and Chaos Missile, which is nice, but I think you're in a little bit of trouble. So let's get you behind cover before we... 2 damage, 3 damage. This is going to be nice. Aimed shot. Aimed shot's not going to help us, unfortunately. So we want to save it for next turn. Let's redraw. Battle stance. Okay. Good battle stance, then the aim shot next turn. And you can't get any more stuff, so we'll just play a Chaos Bolt. You were defenseless, so you couldn't gain defenses. And this guy just has powers, so he's stuck. Move you in here, and... Oh, Okay, this is going to be huge. So 15 damage, that's just enough to kill. Let's move you here. Look, we'll give you Crazed just for the fun of it. And so 15 to 18 damage on this. Oh, it's not enough. Jeez. There we go. Planned it all along. So our girl here, the Elementalist, took a lot of that damage, which is not great. But we came out on top. We got some good stuff, I think. And yeah, measured blows just better than the swipes. We are exposed here though, so I'm not really willing to rest here just yet. However, I will throw in some healing. As you see the dawn rising, bathing a long rocky ridge ahead in crimson, the shape of the ridge, with its evenly spaced triangular notches, looks like the vertebra of a monstrous creature's spine. The still silent air loses its bite, and as the dawn advances, the crimson color gives way to gold, replacing the outline of a bloodied backbone with a gleaming crown. A broken, elven-looking structure dominates the top of the ridge. Let's explore. You explore the elven structure room by room and find no sign of life, nor anything that would indicate the place has been occupied since the cataclysm. The halls are strangely silent, completely cutting off the sound of the wind outside, although most of the structure's roof is missing. Got a lot of cool stuff, though. Well, some cool stuff. After thoroughly searching every room, the party reconvenes to sort out any useful items. Probably worth resting, at the very least, just to upgrade an item. I love the idea of upgrading this battle stance. Or one of these legendary items, right? Four magic damage to all enemies within 4 spaces. I like it. We'll continue on. You come across a group of Ratlings camped out in the ruins. To one side of their camp, Malkin sports a barrel of flash powder that could be extremely useful for driving off Nian. Offer to trade for their stock of flash powder. Yeah, let's just shop. Well, they have a fireworks pack. Deal magic damage. Inflict burning. Okay. We can also sell a lot of what we've got. You can choose, do we want a fireworks pouch or a fireworks pack? A fireworks pack seems interesting. It's dealing magic damage, which is not, but not on magical characters. But it is exposing and burning them. So it gets 1 firecracker, 2 fireworks. Okay. Let's give that to Rastin here is another way. He'll lose the thinking ahead. That lets him draw an extra card. But I'm thinking that this firecracker thing will be pretty cool. Especially the inflicting burning. And I think he had the concealed bow, right? If the target is burning, you deal extra damage. Okay. Do we want to take these guys on? I think we're pretty strong. Let's press on. We're close to the end here. A small, well-spoken chard claims to have been robbed and humiliated by a nearby tribe. She offers the party a sum of 40 obsidian if they will kill the chard and help retrieve her belongings. We get money in a hard battle. I don't think we need another battle is the only thing. Or we don't need the money. Let's not get involved. We will go to the town. You enter a settlement and immediately hear a commotion ahead. You quicken your pace and spot several Ratlings with weapons drawn, forcing a column of human people to turn over their possessions. battle and a decision. Alright, this is better. I didn't want to take a hard battle. We are coming up close to the end of the final boss, I think. Alright, we got a free focus. If we deal range damage, we get stuff. Such as Phosphor Arrow. Range attack 6, we can make that double. Wait. You. Do we want that? We'll save this for next turn, because next turn maybe we're going to try and pop off. And we'll just deal... Oh. Let's just take one out. And see what they do. So these Ratling killers. They seem to have a bunch of stuff on them, at least in the character art, right? Combo striking, what was that? So they had a setup, melee attack 1, and inflict exposed. What they don't know is that I have... channel. And within 2 spaces. Okay, that's not going to be enough. We can expose them with the flare. In fact, let's draw 2 more cards. Okay, let's flare them. So they're all exposed. And then we're going to static discharge. Just going to hit them all. We're going to force missile, which should hit them, bounce, and 5 is going to kill. The Mad Soul we shall summon. Melee ranged attack, they take extra damage. Okay, so it's not going to trigger off this. But he will be able to attack. Wiping them out almost immediately. Let's give you some armor just in case. Drawing both fireworks is not super useful, but I don't think it'll matter. There we go. Some nice robes finally for our Elementalist. First time each other hero plays a card each turn, reduce the cost of your next card played by 1, and your attacks deal bonus damage equal to the cost of the previous non-move card. Alright, so we won't have Preparer, but yeah. Ooh, draw power could be cool. Draw a card, reduce its cost to 0. Just some high cost cards. 3s. Bunch of 3s. Or do we just upgrade an existing one, right? Give more defend. Cantrip, of course. Being cheaper to play. While the pile of belongings seized from the humans and the possessions of the dead Ratlings, there is quite a collection of loot. Take all the loot. Ooh, shrouded armor. It's Stalk. So it gives us Stalk. Your combo strikes deal +2 damage if you are not adjacent to any friendly creatures. Characters, Skulk, move 3 and gain 1 willpower, can move past enemies. And all of your attacks ignore defense. After every attack, this power loses 1 resilience. So that's probably just naturally better than this anyway. We will lose the defensive stance, but I don't think we're using it a lot. And we'll rest here. Take this opportunity to rest. and we'll upgrade this new shirt. So reduces the cost of these powers, or at least the power of follower, and might is +1. This narrowing plain features a series of small triangular-shaped mounds, patches of white flaky mineral deposits, and craters filled with clear liquid. It makes quite a change from the barren wastelands that occupy most of the surface of Ash. We're going to inspect the flaky substance, take a closer look at the liquid, or investigate the mounds. Let's investigate. It is salt, and lots of it. You begin to collect it up, but notice that you're not alone. A group of Ratlings have appeared out of nowhere. Did they walk into town? I have no idea how that worked out there. Oh, free battle stance is very good. All attacks deal +2 damage, and we get a... Okay. You're going to get in the front here and defend. Sleep dart is going to do 7 damage. But you're in a bad position. Move +2. Did that activate your thing? Oh no, it's moved more than 2 spaces. 7 and 7. You can channel and bring out the Husk and the Mad Soul. Happy days. Very good first turn. Oh, oh, oh. Please don't. Okay, blocking. Setting me up. That's not great, because those combo strikes deal extra damage because of the exposed as well. Okay. So we could expose these guys again and do an aimed shot. But I mean, the flare will help. The lineup won't do anything really. If I can move you here, which I can. Let's move you here. And you can shoot from there. So Unstable Blast needs to be 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's fine. Ice Lance is just better, we established. So let's do that. Shit, I should have flared them beforehand. That was my bad. So I'll do an Unstable Blast anyway. And call it a turn. So he's running at me, these Ratlings. Oh, that's... Hey now. Hey! Alright, we got a lot of grapples here. Can we finish off a target? Draining Strike's probably pretty handy. We're going to see a few... 3 damage. Yeah, it's probably better to just attack. You can move back out of the fray now and put the catalyst back. All right. Let's move you back up here where you're not surrounded. And this lets you... So you've got aimed shot, which you could move. You have everyone in range there. But do we want to wait until we've attacked here, I think? Okay. In fact, now you don't really even need to move. Take an aimed shot here. It's going to do 15 damage. So we may as well just single out this guy here. And give you some more defense. It's doing 0 damage because of the chilled effect, which is nice. Exposed obviously makes it a little bit stronger. Okay, lightning bolt. Can you get into a good lightning bolt position? No, you can't. But we can just shoot these guys. Get you right in the grill house. Move you in here and swipe. Do you want to be anywhere near here? Sure you do. Let's put a fire shield on you just in case. Do you want to do lightning bolt? 5 damage, or this is 2, 3, 4, 5. It's about the same. Sit here. He can't break through our armor. And of course, now we can just move up and execute. Definitely glad I kept that execute rather than the other thing. Not that I needed it there, but it just means I don't have to math. Counter-Strike is good. It's been sort of less effective, I guess. This moving through enemies should be good. The challenging stride. I think that could be quite useful. So we're pretty fresh. Question is, do we rest now? Sure. We don't really have anything we can upgrade, so we will just rest. Here it is. This should be the final battle. Let's just make sure we're on full health. The ruined town ahead must be that described by Naya's writings. Hopefully this will lead to discovering why Naya has come this far. Your hope quickly turns to concern as Jara spots a pair of recently slain corpses. Before she can approach to try to identify the bodies, a giant tentacle erupts from the ground, blocking the way. A large, bulbous head emerges from the ground behind you, and the lurker's deadly spines stick up on end. So here we have the lurker. Before the start of turn, summon 1 tentacle, or 2 if there are none in play. After this unit suffers damage greater than 15% of its original health in a turn, it will submerge until the start of its following turns. Immobile. Okay. Okay. Cunning offense. Alright. Let's move you in. Catalyst becomes free. Magic damage 2. You don't have much to do here. In fact, this... Oops. Yeah. I'm going to move you down here where they can all see you. And you're going to get a little bit of armor. So here we go, a couple of tentacles. And then defend on that summon and yourself, okay. And then reel in. Yikes. Oh, that's not good. Not great. So you have Call Lightning to 2 random enemies. Force Field, Crazed, etc. I need to get him out of here, but we need better cards to do so. So we can move you here. Pinning Shot is a ranged attack 4. This is a ranged attack 5. Okay, yeah, so double damage is still going to be better. Here. Let's give him even more of a boost. Deal 2 damage and shocked to a couple of enemies. Do we want that? Battle Stance is probably a bit ambitious. So let's do this here. Go perfect aim. You need to get out of dodge. And then Sleep Dart on you. 10 to 18 damage. Let's go. And shuffle a ton of fatigue cards in there. Excellent. He pulled me in to draw a card. That's rough. Lost a couple of fatigue ones though, it looks like. Oh, I don't love that. Okay. Counter-Strike here, it will kill, so let's do that. We can pull targets. Do we even need to? Ooh, why are you immobilized? That's not very nice. We can put a fire shield on you because you're most likely to get attacked here. Draining strike, we'll do 1. Kill that nonsense. And let's back up. Back up a little. I really want you to move back, but you can't, so we're going to put you with the battle stance. It's 2 tentacles. 5 damage to everyone. A couple of combo strikes. Oh no, he put 5 burning on himself. So what is that? Wide sweep. No? Oh, it's the fire. Yeah. Okay. It's the fire from this thing. Alright, you're going to want to run. Yeah. You can... Yeah, you are agile. So let's give you that. I'm going to move you into melee range here. Oh, you get to draw a card because of that. And let's get exposed on you. after we do setup and swipe. Now you run over here. This is giving you plus to your damage. Plus 1 damage to all attacks. Acid. Phosphorus. He is burning to all enemies within 2 spaces. There's not really any enemies within 2 spaces. But that's fine. Ooh, static discharge is good though. Oh, choose a card to reshuffle. Ice Lance. Static discharge. This thing. Chain lightning. There we go. And he's burrowed. Let's hide that and go next. Okay. He's come back up. He's still burning. This is good. This is good. Actually, burning. I lie. The burning is ended. Okay. You need to get back into this fight. Can you? Not really. We can summon a husk and a cantrip. Let's see, cantrip. What power do you have? All attacks. Oh, you have battle stance too. I don't think I can get double battle stance, can I? Apparently I can. Okay. I need to get out of melee range though. Let's just ditch that card. 8 to 12, 15, 8. So arcing shot can go over terrain, right? Yeah. I think that's it. So Rastin can do a lot of big hits, so he's not great at killing these tentacles. Oh, why are you doing... Whoa! Okay, Rastin was good at doing big hits. He just got wrecked. I guess that he could do ranged attacks because no one was up in his grill, right? Lightning Bolt, Unstable Blast. Your attacks deal bonus damage equal to the cost of the previous non-move card played. Let's give you that. Quick step. Draw a card. Tackle. Alright, now you're in trouble. Bring in an ally, Husk. Not quite as good as Rastin, but let's see what we can do here. He is weakened, okay, 2 damage. Pull enemies in. Whoa, okay, just one shot, my friend. Oh. Okay, you can get to here. Just let you move down and sort of lightning this stuff. Chaos. Okay, Chaos Bolt's going to be really good. Let us... You know what? We're channeling. And then, what do you need? I want you to move. I want you to... Chaos Missiles. Yeah, okay, that's good, that's good. You're going to bring in this Mad Soul here. That's fine. all attacks deal extra damage. I don't think that's really what we need. And the execute, I don't know, is that worth it? Probably not. Okay, we'll hold on to the lightning bolt. I'm worried about her. Especially with that dead. Yeah, okay, fuck. Whoops, not meant to swear either. It's getting dire. I mean, I just got to do a cheeky 59 damage. Not with that, I'm not. Not with that, I'm not. Not with that, I'm not. Let's reshuffle. Grapple. And I'd love to bash here, but it's just not going to happen, right? Deal melee attack damage 4. It's got to happen. Oh, my attacks ignore defense. Okay. Well, they did. So it was kind of effective. He discarded some cards. Alright. Set up. Hit him. And chill. These tentacles being on the other side is helpful, but he's about to summon some more, which is less helpful. After you play a move card, I can't play move cards. Sure. Unless I reshuffle again, it's not going to help me. I mean, I probably should have done more reshuffling earlier in the fight on some dud turns, but I was kind of using everything. At least these things can't get closer, but I believe he will get more powerful. Here we go. Unless I get that movement attack that like lets me get out from being surrounded. But honestly, I don't really see it happening. And I can't gain more armor, unfortunately, which is what all those abilities were about. This one can move past enemies and will pull enemies in with me. But it doesn't really matter because I've just lost a bunch of the powers that would have helped me with that. So I think here I just... I think I just bleed out here, unfortunately. Not bad for our first run, but unfortunately was kind of lacking right there at the end. Yeah, we can't really break through his defenses, unfortunately. And I mean, I could kill this tentacle, but another one's just going to come in. There we go. We have perished. But that is the first look at Trials of Fire. And we see here we got 18 days, party level 23. We took 4 hours, and we've unlocked some new cards. Evocation. All cards deal +1 damage for every character they hit. Glass Lizard as a summon. And Momentum, which is defend 2. If your last card played was a melee attack card, draw a card. And so you see here they're leveling up. Oh, even more cards. Intensify. Diabat. Okay. Oh, still counting. Pommel Strike. Pommel Strike was good. Melee attack 2. Your next melee attack played this turn, it costs 0 willpower. So that could be used to set up like a really big hit. New quest unlocked, Combat Run. New hero unlocked, Warlord. camp feature unlocked, honing. And we see the breakdown of everything there. But there you go. So that was the first run of Trials of Fire. We did quite well. Thank you very much if you made it this far, of course. We will be hopefully continuing this next time. We'll have a new party, of course. As we enter the Trials of Fire, we'll throw in the Warlord, who has different abilities and, of course, a different deck. And we'll start building this out and maybe set up a random party every time. If you enjoyed this, please hit like and subscribe. Maybe even leave a comment below telling me what you liked the most and what I can improve. Until then, I've been your friendly DM Sheriff Dan, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.